One thing I notice about relationships, even if not from a direct perspective, one thing that I've noticed in pattern after pattern after pattern is it's kind of analogous, but what I'm trying to make sense of here is when you when you're with someone, right, and you spend a lot of time and you put your effort into the relationship, right, and you communicate a lot, or not. Let's say for whatever reason that things go south, or even if things are going good, right, and you guys end up breaking it off. You guys end up breaking up. A lot of people, I feel like, they don't get, or they're very insensitive, not only to the fact that they're not probably going to be able to see you again. You gotta think of it, honestly, it might sound a little bit weird, you gotta think of it like this, bro. Because when you're breaking up with someone, it's like you're breaking up with their whole family too, bro. You get what I'm saying? Because, like, when you get to know them, eventually you're gonna get to know, like, their family, their other closest friends, their little brother, their little sister, pops, mom, all of them. So when you're breaking up, bro, you're like you're severing the tie between not just her or him, but their entire family, the friend group. It does a lot more damage than what people, I feel like a lot of people realize. And my other point was, when going through these type of things, I would at least try, like, I would suggest, if you're going to break up, try to leave it on a good note, or at least on on their good side. Because unfortunately, most families nowadays are extremely, what's the word I'm looking for? Not unsustainable. Well, honestly, a lot of them are unsustainable, but they make it work. Just very insolvable, very insufferable. There's a lot of relationships that should have ended, or honestly just weren't, good together, and they ended up just sticking with it anyways. And a lot of these issues would, arise, and they would just simply stay there. They don't go away. That's the thing. When you marry someone, or even if you don't marry them, when you're with someone and you get to learn their whole family, if you leave them or whatever happens and you're on their bad side, you're not gonna hear the end of it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Because, yeah, no, most of the point of family drama is just a lot of stuff that happens between people who really, who just don't really like each other because of so reason, because he did this or she said that, and that might also then affect their brother, and their brother is going to get upset on behalf of their offense, just stuff like that. And honestly, that's why most of the time I just told people, try to keep your peace, bro. Just try to hold your peace. Don't make an issue out of nothing. Don't try to solve something that's already fixed. And like that noise up there, try to have as little as noise possible. I don't just mean literally, I mean as in the drama and, relationships go. Just hold your peace. Not just within you, but between you and your best friends, family. Which is also, of course, why in my next video I'm going to be going over why you should be only hanging out with certain people. You want to hang out with the right type of people. Because if you're getting together with people is bad for you, all I can tell you, bro, is like, what do you expect? You're gonna run into bad people, you're gonna run into bad things. You stay with the wrong crowd of folks, and it's honestly not gonna end up well for you, bro. And sometimes, in some situations like mine, you just gotta dug it out alone. You feel what I'm saying? Not saying that you can't have friends or whatnot. But in certain situations, bro, you just gotta hold your peace. You gotta just do things on your own. And, you know, just hold that fire and that peace within you. And of course, you know, stay with God, stay in the Word. And don't let that limit you from learning new things too. I feel like a lot of people, especially a lot on the more religious people, they tend to limit themselves only because of the opinions, not just of others, but because they think that it supposedly might not fit the narrative that God designed for them. So don't limit yourself. The only thing you should be limiting yourself is the chaos and stress. And how do you do that? Limiting the amount of people that you talk to, limiting the amount of toxic people that you're around with. And honestly, bro, limiting the amount of bad habits you yourself commit. Just like I said in the previous video, you gotta identify all those self-sabotaging habits. Now, as little as possible as you have of those, the more peace you're already gonna have. The only thing that you should have a lot of, bro, is a lot of good habits. That's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of good people. You want a good circle of people. You want a good circle of habits. You want a good circle of, you know, things. I'm not telling you it's gonna be perfect. Obviously not. There's always gonna be drama. I'm just telling you, reduce it as much as possible. Make things easier for yourself. Don't make things harder for yourself. Find out how to make things more efficient. And that's all I'm saying, man. Now I gotta get out of here because I got somebody to meet. So I'll see you on the next one, alright? Alright, peace out.